I just secured a new place to film my videos and set up my shop, and I can't wait to show it to you. It's a diamond in the rough, and it's really rough right now, but I'm gonna be building this out and making it the future home of Hardtail Party, and you guys are gonna see a lot of it, so I figured I'd show you the process. We'll have the shop somewhere in here. I'm gonna paint the walls. I need my walls to not be too cluttered because I need the bikes to pop when I stand against them and I'm showing close-ups of the bikes. Most other people in their shops and their man caves, they have cool backgrounds because they're talking to the camera and they're not quite showing as much as I do. Like when I build a bike and we're taking our first look, I need people to be able to really see what's on the bike. So I'm gonna leave this pretty uncluttered. I'm gonna take my Husky toolbox that you saw in my shop video and bring that over here. That's gonna still be a staple of the channel. But yeah, I'm gonna paint this, clean it up. We got some interesting stuff. Over here on the other side of the wall is a compressor. Super handy, and I can pull air from here. Except it's got a leak and it's got a couple problems and it's in the prime real estate for filming. So I have to do a balance of making this a usable bike shop, but first and foremost, this is a video production studio. So I need it to not have an echo like it does right now. I need to do sound treatment. I need to do something on the floor. I need to make it look nice. I need to fix the lighting. There's just a lot that goes into it as a studio space. And so I'll probably be removing this or relocating it. To be honest, the only time I use a compressor is to seat tires that my Milwaukee can't do. And that's maybe once every 3 months. So if I have to go outside to use a compressor, I'm okay with that. 8.5 foot ceiling, 13 feet wide, and it's probably about 20 feet deep. But I'm also going to have my car repair stuff in here. I don't do that on YouTube. That's just how I save money, is I fix my own cars when things go wrong. So I need to be able to pull a car in here and still work on it. So this half will be studio and bike stuff, and the other half will be car stuff. So I've got my big toolbox, got my welder, I have my massive drill press. All this stuff's gonna move. Up top, I've got a little crawl space with a drop-down ladder where I can put stuff like empty bike boxes or extra frames or extra wheels that I have. So that's always hard keeping track of what's coming in and when do I owe someone a review, and you know, have I had this for 2 months and I still haven't released the review video? Being able to organize it up there is gonna be a huge, huge time saver. So let's go check out the loft real quick. So yeah, this is only about 3 feet tall. It's not huge. Still, this will hold about, I don't know, 20 bike boxes, which will be really nice. Because right now, everything's in my laundry room for bike boxes, and we've really outgrown the space that I've been filming in. So I'm excited to have this. So there you have it. It's a blank canvas, but we're gonna make it look nice in here. I had to clear out my other shop in a hurry. So right now it's a complete mess. My buddy Cody's here. We're just gonna take everything out, probably lay down the same linoleum vinyl floor that I had in the last shop, and then I can wheel other stuff inside. I would love to pour epoxy on the floor, but I have other projects for this in the future which will involve floor work, so I'm not quite ready to do that. And the epoxy is even harder and more reflective than the cement, so it's gonna echo even more. And I'm gonna weld in here, and epoxy does not like hot welding sparks falling on it. So that's why I'm not epoxying it right now, but I may in the future. Anyway, that's what we're up to today. Organizing all this stuff and making it look a little bit more like a shop. Packing material for bikes.
Going pretty quick, actually.
Yeah. I'm also on an extremely tight budget. So the wish list is long, but it's not in the budget. So we're just gonna make this as usable as quickly as possible. And then as I get more patrons and more budget, this shop will start looking better and better. Yeah, we've got some particle board junky cabinets here. They could be made strong. I don't think cabinets are what I want right now, but we're not going to trash them. We're just going to move them out of the way and see what we're working with. We cabinet out of here, but we got a whole bunch of mold to take care of. I'm glad I pulled that out to see that was in there. Oh yeah. All right, we got the floor cleaned out and swept. Now we're gonna reuse the vinyl from my last shop. I just bought this at Home Depot. It's 50 bucks in a roll, and I just put it down over the tile in my old shop, and it really helped cut down the echoes, and it gave me a nice looking floor that I could sweep well. Boy, this floor is not even close to level. Good thing I didn't epoxy it after all. Definitely longer. Great. Alright. Yay, now I can at least wrench on my bike. Alright, we got the flooring in. Got a couple bikes on the stand. Not a hardtail. I know, you noticed that too. That's my RSD Wildcat. Doing some experiments on that. Yeah, next up is probably soundproofing. Oh, and testing paint swatches. I need to test that. And I know you guys really want me to keep the compressor pass through the wall thing here. It's coming out. I'm gonna pull it out, patch it up, fix up all these nicks. We're gonna do a quick echo test. Yeah, it's pretty echoey, especially in the middle. Man, it's exciting to A, have a floor in, and B, have pieces of my shop together. It's usable though.
Yeah.
It'll have a little echoey video, but I can at least film a little.
Yeah. Better than you having to hop over boxes to work in here.
This is true. We're in a much better place. And thanks to Cody, we did this in a couple hours. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, pretty productive.
So I'm not a home repair expert, so I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and they say if your finger can fit in the hole in the drywall, you need a patch. So we use a patch. So I've been experimenting with some different paint samples to get some idea of different colors. I love the blue. It's not quite the right color though. I love the really dark. It's a little too dark, and when I film bikes, tires and cranks are gonna disappear into the background. So I'm gonna go with that gray on the end, and it's time to get this thing painted. I need to get this moving. I've got some bikes I need to build, so I need to get this thing built up. So yeah, I'd love a really sexy background that looks really cool for talking videos like GMBN and them have. But the truth is, most of my videos are filming bikes on the stand so that we can see what they look like in the first looks. And I don't want a distracting background that makes it hard to see the bike. So my first priority is seeing the bike in all of its details, not having the sexiest set on the planet. So we're gonna go simple and just do a nice flat gray. It's gonna absorb all the light so that I can really place lights where I want to on the bike. That's the theory. If it doesn't work, I can always repaint. Since I painted the walls gray, the white outlets and switches really stand out. So right now I'm swapping them all to gray. Ordered these on Amazon because Home Depot was out. All right, we're buttoning up, almost ready to film, but there's still a nasty echo in here. You can hear it when I talk, and that's just not gonna work in my videos. So I got some sound absorption panels that I ordered. You can make your own, but I'm out of time, and this is where the majority of my budget went. So I'm gonna hang these on the wall. They absorb all those echoes, and if I put these in the right place, which I don't know where the right place is, we should have much better sound in here. A little while ago, Aftershokz sent me these Aeropex headphones, and they wanted me to do a review of them, and I've been using them a lot in this project. I got these for writing so I could still listen to music and podcasts, but still hear my surroundings around me, and I'm gonna give you a real quick review of them. So instead of a speaker that plays sound into your ear canal, it conducts on your jawbones and transmits the sound through your bones, which is really interesting. These headphones come with earplugs, and at first I thought, why would you want earplugs on an open ear headphone design? But that's actually one of my favorite applications for it. When I'm doing loud work that would normally require earplugs, I can still listen to music. So construction work, grinding things. I was running my wood chipper and I was listening to podcasts with this thing. It's amazing how you can still hear things. I totally didn't expect that. So I use these all the time when I'm doing house projects and working on things. I'll put the earplugs in, and then I'm not getting hearing damage from the loud noises around me, but I can still hear my podcasts and my music. A lot of people ask about sound quality with these things, and it is not as good as a pair of earbuds. But these are primarily designed to be used in places where you need your hearing, like when you're sharing a trail with other people. Man, I wish so many of the trail users here would use these instead of earbuds. I come up on so many hikers and even other riders and just say, "Good morning, how you doing? Can I pass on your left?" And they're oblivious to the world because their headphones are in their ears and they can't hear. So if they had something like this, they'd be a lot more aware, a lot safer. Now, the sound quality is not as good as over-the-ear headphones, obviously, or even in-the-ear earbuds. Without earplugs in, it lacks a good amount of bass. You can turn them up to be pretty loud. In fact, you can turn them up to be so loud that you can't hear your surroundings around you. And somebody sitting next to you in a library would start to hear a little bit of the sound. Music isn't a huge part of mountain biking for me. I actually like to disconnect from music and reconnect with nature and have a little bit more of a mindful attitude when I'm going into it. But sometimes I'm doing a long training ride or a ride that I know is going to be boring for a stretch, and I'll pull these out. And they're comfortable, they work with my helmet, but they do lack some of that bass. So you're not going to get like this super amazing sound quality of them, but you gain that open ear ability to hear things around you. And I think that's more important than top-notch sound quality for me. But where I actually end up using these even more than riding is around the house. I love them for phone calls. I love them for projects, like I said, where there's a lot of noise being made and I put my earplugs in. Anyway, I love them that way. I have had an issue with them. After a couple months, they stopped charging and stopped working and died. And I sent them in for warranty work. And I got a new set about a week later, and this set has been flawless. So I'm glad that their warranty process does work. But in talking with other people, it seems to be a little bit of a recurring theme that these do have issues. So I'm a fan. They're not without their flaws. It's not going to replace your favorite set of headphones for audiophiles out there. But what it does do is allow you to get out in nature, still enjoy your podcast or music or audiobook or whatever, but still be able to hear your surroundings and be safe on the trail. And I think being aware on the trail is super important, especially as our trails get more and more crowded. All right, back to the shop to finish it up. The shop's is as finished as it's going to be for a while. I'm a big fan of these sound panels. They've made a big difference in here. I wish I had budget for maybe 3 or 4 more of them. The echo has decreased a ton, but there's still a little bit of reflective noise I'm hearing off some of these parallel walls. I may get a couple more in the future, but they're about $90 each and shipping isn't cheap. So for the budget that I have right now, this is as good as I can get it. Maybe in a few months we'll get a little bit better. But I really like how the gray turned out. I've got a lot of room over here. The gray switch plate covers look really good. I've got panels on the ceiling to cut down on noise. Panels over there, panel above this, and I've got a whole bunch of parts on my shelf over here. The lighting in here is working pretty well as it is, but I am looking to upgrade some pieces of that in the future. But I just needed to get this together because I have some super exciting bikes being announced next week that nobody knows exist on the planet, and I have one in. And on Tuesday, you're going to get to see what it is, and it's filmed in the shop, so I had to get this done as soon as possible. So make sure you stay tuned to that because you're not going to want to miss that bike. So there you have it. This is the new shop, the new home of Hardtail Party. I currently have 6 bikes for review that are super exciting. 2 of them I'm not allowed to talk about yet, but they're coming very soon, and they will be shot in the new studio, and I can't wait to show that. I never thought I would be here having my own bike studio. I love that you guys love hardtails as much as I do, and this channel wouldn't be the same without you. So thank you for making this possible. I'm excited to level up my game a little bit in this video studio and show you what's coming.